Hi guys, how are you all? So today I have come up with a new video which is going to tell you about circle. Like circles are very important in our life. You can see lot many type of circles around you. This pizza, it is a circle. Donut, it is also a circle. So you must be feeling hungry, right? Even I am also. Now your wall clock, that is also a circle. A giant wheel, it is also a circle. So you have lot many circles around you, and when it is everywhere around you, then it is very important to understand about them, right? Grade 9, you have to do lot many theorems based on the circle. So before doing those theorems, you should understand what are the basics of the circle. So this video is going to be very important for you, so that first you recap and recall all the basics of the circle, and then you apply them in your life or in your studies or in your theorems. Let us understand. First, let us understand the definition of a circle. A circle is a set of points. Okay, it is a set of lot many points in a plane which are at a fixed distance. Let us see few points. I'm just making these few points. So I can say that it is a set of points. One thing we have got, and it is in a plane. These all points are in a plane. They are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. Let us find out this fixed point. Let us see, this is a point. Now let us find out the distance of these points from this fixed point. Okay, it is this, another point, this, another point, this. So we are saying that this distance is fixed and this point is fixed. Okay, so when we are getting all these points and connecting them, okay, when we are connecting them, what are we getting? We are getting a circle. This fixed point, it is called center of the circle, and the distance from this fixed point till boundary is called radii, right? Okay, so now you understand what is a radii and what is a center and what is our circle. Now let us understand some more very important things. Let us take, this is a point A here, one point B here, and one point C here. So a point A is out of the circle, right? So that's why this is called that this point is in the exterior of the circle. Point B is on the boundary of the circle, and point C, which is inside the circle, is called in the interior of the circle. Okay, so any area outside the circle is exterior, boundary is this one, and inside the circle the area is called interior of that circle. Now let us understand the relation of the circle with a line. Okay, so let me make a circle. Let us assume that I have just cut this circle from here. We can cut it from anywhere, and we had expanded it. Okay, then what will we get? A line, right? So a line, when it is folded, then we can make a circle. Now let us understand lot many relation of line with a circle. Okay, when a line is just touching the circle at a point, right, at one point only I am talking about that is here A. So this line is called tangent. Okay, now when we are moving this line a little bit upward, and that it starts crossing the circle, okay, right, it is intersecting circle's boundary at 2 points, right, this point B and this point C. So this line is called a secant. Fine. Now let us move this line a little bit like this, that now it is only touching its 2 points, not crossing the circle. Fine, not crossing the circle. Then this line DE, it will be called a chord. So now you understand the straight difference between a chord and a secant. Secant is a line which is passing through the circle, and a chord is a line which is touching circle at 2 points. Okay, now we are moving this chord a little upward, this way that it starts crossing from the center of the circle. Okay, let us name it FG. So the chord which passes from the center of the circle, that is called a diameter. Okay, so we can say that diameter is the largest chord, right? Okay, because now if you will move it little bit upward, now again the size has started reducing. So it has again become a chord. But as soon as the chord was moving from the center, it was called a diameter. So diameter is the largest chord, and a diameter can be said to be a chord, but a chord cannot be said to be a diameter. Now one more thing we have to understand. We were talking about the fixed distance from center to boundary. It was a radii. And when we double this radii, we get a diameter, right? That is clear, everyone? Okay. Now let us try to understand few more concepts. Let us take 1 point here and 1 point here on the circle. Let us name it AB, and join this point on the boundary of the circle. Okay, that is called an arc. So arc is the piece of circle, right? You can see that it is a piece of circle between 2 points on the circle itself. Okay, so because this is a small one, this is called the minor arc. Okay, and when we are moving on the other side, okay, this side, let us assume we start moving from here till here till here till here, and we reach to B back. So this side it will be called a major arc. Okay, now suppose what we do, that this arc is connecting 2 points of diameter, right? If it is connecting 2 points of diameter, then what it will be called? Let us see here. Let this is the arc, okay, and this is the diameter. So diameter and this arc, they together make semicircle. Correct? They together make a semicircle. Now this is the half of the circle which we have moved in the blue color, right? Now let us see, if we move on the circle starting from here and we complete around and we move back to here. So this complete path, this is called the circumference, or we can say it, length of the complete circle is circumference. And if we want to find out that what is the measurement of this circumference, we have the formula 2 pi r, where pi is 3.14159. So my dear students, if you have to find out the value of circumference, you need to remember this formula, that is 2 pi r. And the value of pi, I am sure you would all have learned, but you need to learn only till 3.14, or it is also equal to 22/7. Okay, so it's something very important. Now let us go to a few more things. Let us talk about the segment. So in the last slide we talk about the arc. Okay, let us take this arc from A to B. Okay, right, and let us connect these 2 points AB. This is the chord, AB is also a chord. So this area between this arc and this chord is called a segment. So this is the minor arc, AB is the minor arc, and the chord AB, the area between that will be called minor segment. Okay, very easy to remember. Now if the arc is the major arc, suppose this arc we are talking about, okay, so this is the major arc, and now the area that is between the major arc and chord, it will be called this all area, right? This is the major arc, right, and this is the chord. So area between this is called major segment, right? Now let us try to understand about a sector. Okay, for understanding about the sector, let us make one more circle here. Okay, and we say that sector is the area between the arc. So I'm taking this arc from A to B. Okay, arc A to B, and this is the center. I'm connecting the end points of the arc from center. So this will be a radii AO and other point of the arc again connected. So now the area between these two radii and the arc, this area is called sector. So don't get confused between the sector and the segment. They are very close but easy to remember. And this is the smaller area with the minor arc, so it is called the minor sector, and the other side area which is with the major arc, that will be called a major sector. So once again, let's have a recap that what is a segment and what is a sector. Okay, segment is between the chord and arc, right? And sector is between two radii and arc. Okay, this is the difference. Now let us have a quick recap of all the things. We have talked about circle. So circle is like, it is the set of points when they are connected on a plane, right? And they are at a fixed distance from a fixed point, then these set of points, whatever they make, that is called a circle, right? Then radius, we have radius with us, that is the distance between the fixed point and the boundary of the circle, that is called a radii. And then when there are many radii, that is called as radius. Center we have already talked, okay? And then diameter, diameter is double of the radius. Yes, you remember that. Chord, chord is a line which is the touching 2 points on the boundary of the circle. Tangent, tangent is a line passing from a touch point of a circle, just touching at one point of a circle. Okay, tangent is that. Then we have already talked about the chord. Now let us talk about the minor arc. So we are just connecting 2 points on the circle A and B, that is the part of the circle. So this portion is called arc. When it is a smaller one, then it is called a minor arc, and the other one, this one which is here, it is called a major arc, right? Then we talked about the minor segment and major segment. So area between the arc and the chord, this is the minor segment, and the other side area is called the major segment. Then minor sector, we talked about an arc, 2 radii, and the area between the arc and radii, this is called a sector. So when it is with the minor arc, so it is called the minor sector. When it is with the major arc, it is called the major sector. This is everything about the circle. Now just go through them once, recall them, and then go to your theorems, or you can apply it to your daily life problems, or wherever you have to find the area or the circumference of the circle. Okay, so we'll meet in the next video. Bye everyone.